Hey guys, what's up? So in this video, I want to break down my entire sales funnel that has allowed me to make over $300,000 in the past 31 days. And in the last year, this sales funnel has been able to generate my business over $1.3 million. So in this video, I'm actually going to break down and share my entire construction/contractor sales funnel with you guys so you can actually see how I make most of my money. You can literally copy this same funnel if you're a landscape, concrete contractor, general contractor, or honestly any business, as long as you probably make a couple of adjustments to it. And I like to point out that this past month has been like an anomaly. I technically started this business in January/February of last year, and I wasn't actually running paid ads until about 4 months ago, which has made this huge drastic difference in terms of that revenue spike. So I have this screenshot up on the screen from the past 31 days, and I blurred some of the info out because I know that some of you guys stay pocket watching, and I can't show you exactly how much money I make every single month, but I wanted to break down my multi-million-dollar business and how I'm actually projected to do multi-million dollars this year because of how quickly I've been able to grow my business because I have a good product, a good funnel, and a good marketing campaign in place. And I'm going to share this entire sales funnel with you guys for absolutely free so you can just go out and do this yourself. So here it is. I know this looks like some crazy, super compound thing, but it's actually really simple, and I'm going to break it down for you guys in a simple and easy way for you to understand so that even if you're dumb as fuck or you're a complete beginner, you're going to be able to understand this so you can actually apply it and make a lot of money in your business, just as I've been able to do at a pretty young age. So this isn't the exact go high level landing page funnel, but it's the overarching concept that I use to generate leads, generate higher quality appointments, and how I've been able to run my sales process in order to make millions of dollars. And look, I understand that there's probably better funnels out there, but based off of my research, there hasn't really been any videos specific to construction or contractor marketing funnels. So I'm just sharing my process of what's worked for me. And obviously as time goes on, I'm probably going to make some adjustments to this funnel, but yeah, let's dive into it here. So here I have all of the front end work. So this is basically how you get traffic. You can either do this with paid ads, which is, so you can do this with paid ads, content, which is your owned media, referrals / word of mouth, or you can do the inboxing / old school way. So basically I focus on these two up here. My paid ads, here's an example of one of my Meta Business Suite ads. Here's how it looks like on Facebook. Here's how it looks like on Instagram. You can run these paid ads on Yelp, Meta, Google Ads, Drop in Mail, whatever. And here is a piece of content that is basically, you can post this stuff on YouTube, Instagram, Reels, TikTok, that basically educates your ideal customer. So this is a sample video of one of what I posted on my Instagram, and it's basically breaks down what a $175,000 pool and hardscape project covers in Southern California. So I don't really do too much of these second ones. You know, these are pretty easy as fuck to close. These are referrals from friends, family, past clients, business partners, or even this old school, you know, fucking DMing cold outreach way, doing some flyers or anything like that. But depending on your situation, you probably might need to do these last two a little bit more often, especially if you don't have a product that is 100% good yet, or you're testing a new product. I wouldn't actually start running paid ads until you have a tight sales system and a proven product or service, or else paid ads is not going to work. So moving on to the second part of my sales funnel, you actually have to put all of your customers into a funnel. So here's an example of my funnel. You basically need to take all of the information and take all this traffic and capture their information into some sort of funnel. So here's an example of my website / landing page funnel. It's just a one-page landing page that has testimonials, the services we offer. and it has this call to action. So you want to take all this information and use it to retarget and remarket to your potential prospects later down the road. Remarketing is super important, and honestly, most of you guys don't do it. So this is exactly where you guys are like fucking up. And you don't need a fancy schmancy website. You literally just need a one-page landing page. So a landing page is not equal to a website. You probably don't need a fancy website until your business is probably doing anywhere from $5 to $10 million per year. I personally have friends in the construction industry that are doing $4, $5, $6 million per year, and these guys are crushing it with a simple one-page landing page. You don't need a fancy website. And you young guys, this is where you have an advantage of this, because like honestly, boomers or older people, they're just very ignorant and dumb at this. They think that they need like this crazy website, and no, you just need a landing page. So after you take all of that traffic and you put them into some sort of funnel, you want to have your ideal prospects fill out this form or application with friction qualifying questions. This is going to allow you to filter out all the bullshit clients that are going to waste your time. And you also want to make sure you add some sort of financial qualifier, which is super important. So in your actual form or application, you also want to have like a financial qualifier, and you can label this 1 through 4 or A through D of what your customer's budget is for this sort of project. You can have it be anywhere between 30 to 60K, 60 to 100, 150 plus or 200,000 plus. Personally, I don't like taking on a project that's anything less than $30,000. And if you guys have a minimum requirement for your projects, you don't want to have a client booked and then show up to their project and then realize that they only want to spend like a couple hundred or a couple $1,000. It's gonna save you a lot of time. So make sure to add some sort of financial qualifier. You also want to put all of these people from your funnel and traffic into some sort of CRM system, which is probably the most important part. Instagram, DMs, and your iPhone contacts, storing all your stuff on there is not a CRM system. So all this information needs to be put in an organized CRM system. Personally, I use Go High Level. I'm not going to get too much into that. There's a ton of other videos out there about various CRM software out there. I just really like Go High Level because you can make multiple pipelines, such as I have here. I have my leads, appointments booked, appointments canceled, contracts sent. I've set about over $800,000 worth of opportunities for the month of December/January. And this is where a lot of people like fuck up, because they have a form and they capture all this information, but they have nowhere to store this information. You need to keep marketing and retargeting and hitting these people with retargeting campaigns, email blasts, SMS marketing, et cetera, et cetera. And from the CRM system, these people are either going to be thrown into do not qualifies or they do not buy from you. And again, these people need to be thrown into some sort of retargeting campaign, email, SMS, follow-up, in order for them to eventually potentially buy from you. And honestly, in this industry, depending on how high your tickets are, you're probably only going to get about 20 to 30% of your customers that are actually going to buy on that first time, especially if you're selling really high ticket items or really high ticket services, which is really common in construction or the landscape industry or anything like that. And the other 70% of your customers are actually going to take some time before they actually buy. So what? You're just going to lose out on 70% of your revenue just because you're not remarketing to these prospects? That's pretty fucking stupid if you ask me. So after you actually have all this information from a CRM system, you're going to jump into the booking these people for online appointments, which is your job walks, estimate, or even offer them a simple design process. So there's a few key things that most people really mess up with here. So if you book an appointment or a job walk, you're like, okay, well, now what the fuck do I do? You basically need to continue to send these people automated reminders and manual phone calls. This is why it's so important to have a CRM system to automate this shit, because after that, you're able to send these people automated reminders, automated emails, automated text messages of like, hey, John, your appointment is on Monday. Hey, your appointment is tomorrow. Hey, your appointment is 5 hours from now. And a final one that I like to add is like, hey, we're on the way to your house for your job walk, right? So this is either going to be And then you also either need to have your assistant or you manually reaching out to them via phone saying, hey, what's up, John? I'm just shooting you a quick call to remind you about our estimate appointment at your project on Monday at 10 a.m. I'm really excited to talk to you about XYZ. Use whatever they said on the former application in the past. In the former application section of the funnel. And hey, are you going to be available on this date and time? Please let us know so we don't actually ban you from booking with us again. And this is what accounts for a lot of you guys actually getting all the way to this job walk estimate process, part of the sales process. If you're not able to do an estimate, you're basically not going to make any fucking money, right? So you need to ensure that you're even qualifying these appointments to get up all the way to this point. Because the last thing you want to do is just book an appointment, don't do any follow-up reminders, or don't send any automated messages. You show up to the house and nobody's fucking there. If that happens, you're basically not going to get any, you're basically not going to make any money, and you're going to waste a bunch of your time. So you need automations, and you need to have your setter or you manually reaching out and calling them with phone reminders. And now basically one of two things are going to happen. You're actually just going to qualify, you're just not going to qualify the customer for whatever reason, or you're going to jump into the sales video call presentation. Personally, I always like to host the proposals or the estimate on a live Google Meet or Zoom call, because you're always going to overcome questions, objections, their budget, or anything, from the previous former application that they filled out. It's so much easier, and honestly, you're gonna be surprised of how many people you actually close on like that first one or two attempt. But basically, for those people who don't buy on that first attempt, you're going to hear about it all the time, especially if they're higher ticket items, which if you are watching this video and you're a contractor or you're a landscaper or something like that, typically more often than not, they are going to take a couple tries before they actually buy. So if you're just focusing on the people who are lying down easy and you're just closing those easy deals that automatically buy right after you give them the estimate, you're basically missing out on millions of dollars of revenue simply because you're not retouching your old leads, and that leads that don't buy on the first 1 to 3 tries from you. And if that's you, that's actually like so fucking unacceptable, because if your goal is to actually succeed in this business in the long term and actually do it the right way, you need to be putting all these other prospects into some sort of retargeting campaign. So the people that don't buy on those first couple tries, they need to be funneled back into a follow-up pipeline, funneled back into the CRM system, and you want to hit them with campaigns, hit them with email flows, SMS texts, continue to nurture these leads, follow up with them, make them offers. And you could honestly, even what I do, I'll take a bunch of our old leads that don't buy on the first time, and I'll group them into some automated email that itemizes it by their name and says, hey, John, we'd like to offer you 5 to 10% off your original estimate with us. And you would be surprised of how much additional revenue you will make by just continuing to retarget your old customers. So I completely understand that all of this, this entire sales funnel system seems super simple, but all of this needs to flow together. So the landing page is going to dictate if they even become a qualified prospect, so you're not wasting your time. The type form questions might not have enough friction, and if you don't have like some sort of financial qualifier or good application questions, you're just going to get a bunch of bad leads that just want these slow or these small and low profit projects. So your entire sales process is going to be dependent upon all of these things. If your landing page doesn't include the services that you offer, you're going to have to spend more time educating your prospects and explaining to them actually what your company does, when they should have just known that already from the entire landing page and the form and application. And it could just be a whole fucking mess. So you just need to keep everything simple and everything clean, and keep this whole thing clean and tight. So every single step of this entire sales funnel is carefully curated. So the best thing you can do is to just keep the process very simple. So this is a very simple sales funnel to where you have traffic, you put them in a CRM sales, This is a very simple process where you have traffic, you put them into the sales funnel, into the CRM, you book the appointment, you do the estimate, retarget with them, remarket to them, continue to follow up, put them back into marketing campaigns until they actually buy from you. But I mean, yeah, that's basically it. But let me know what you guys think of this type of content. I understand that all of this is practical things. These are practical funnels and operations that are simple, but they actually work, and they make you money. So if you guys have any questions or need any further input, shoot me a DM on Instagram. It's Jose Rojas. I'll link it down somewhere in the description below, or I'll put it right here. Thank you guys so much for watching. And if you want to continue to see more content like this, leave me some feedback down below. As always, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe on this video. If you guys want to see another awesome video that gives you actual practical advice to make a lot of money in your business, check out this video right here. I promise you guys will not regret it. But yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.